please, as you study, pronounce the words as you're studying. Say them out loud. Get used to the sounds. Otherwise, and make certain you have the sounds correctly. Make certain your patak is an a sound. Make certain your segol is an e sound. And if you do that, watch the accents as well. It'll help you distinguish between one word and another that you'll look at, and initially you look at and say, well, they're the same word, or you'll get them confused. Keep L and al separately. Al is above, L is unto. Edom. That means Edom. Oz. Then. Elot. It also appears as Elat. Okay, and that means Elat, which is a city on the tip of the eastern branch of the Red Sea, the top tip of the Gulf of Aqaba. El, meaning unto, to, or toward. It has a number of different meanings by context. Yam. Don't confuse that with Yom. Yom is what? Day. Yam is sea, S-E-A, like the ocean. La. La is a preposition. It will never be found alone the way it's written right here. It's always attached to a word. It's always attached to a word. It can mean to, for, against. It can mean all kinds of things. There's about 17 different possible translations for this preposition. Be determined by context. I've given you just the first two of them here, 2 and 4. Al. Notice it's not L, it's al. L is to or unto. Al is upon, above, on, or against. Okay? Then Etzion Geber. Okay, that's just a proper name, Etzion Geber. And then Safa. Safa has all kinds of meanings. It can mean the lip on the mouth. It can mean the border or edge of a table. It can mean a shore of an ocean or a lake or a river, the bank of a river, or the rim of something. So Safa has all kinds of usages. We use lip in the same way in English. We'll say he pushed it to the lip of the table or the edge of the table. So there's different ways of using that. Depends on what background you're from too in the United States. There's some dialects in the United States that don't use lip that way. Shlomo. That's Solomon. Shemuel. That's Samuel. Shamer. That means he kept. Please add in there watched as well. He kept or he watched. Kept or watched. So make certain you've added watched in there if you don't have it. Melech. That's king. Ruach. We had that before, pronouncing it as a single syllable. Remember, it's a pathak furtive under the guttural at the end. Means spirit with a little s, spirit with a capital S, or wind. Shamah means he heard, he listened, and it can also mean he obeyed. He obeyed. In Genesis chapter 2, where you have Adam listening to his wife, he listens to his wife, meaning he obeyed his wife. And when God questions him and asks him, what did he do? The idea is he obeyed his wife rather than God. He listened to his wife. So listen is often used in the sense of obey. And here again, you have to go by context to check that out. Gavoach. Don't go too far with the ch at the end. It's not a chayth. It's just a hey with a mapik in it. Gavoach. Means high.
Question?
Yes.
Why is that enunciated on the second syllable in that case?
Because because the second syllable is the only syllable that you can emphasize for you emphasizing the last syllable, because the pathic under the hey is a pathic furtive. Half vowel.
Not a subsyllable.
Right. Pathic furtive is a half vowel. And that's why we pronounce it ahead of the sound of the hey. All right? Diber. He spoke or he commanded. Katal. He killed. All right, let's go to the back of the next chapter, chapter 5, and let's go over the vocabulary here. Yare means he feared. Chokmah, that means wisdom. Notice the chok, oh. It's a kametz chatuf. The accent syllable is the last syllable, ma. So it's a closed, unaccented syllable. So it's the kametz hatuf, chokmah. All right, everyone again, chokmah. And be certain you put the accent on the last syllable. Shakan means he dwelt. Kol, voice or sound. Lev and levav. That's heart. Layla. That's night. Midbar. That's wilderness. Kokav. Star. Kohen. Priest. Ra'ah. He saw. Nefesh. Breath, life, or soul. Pari. That's fruit. It has a schwa under the pay there. Sometimes that can get confused with pointings underneath, like the accent on Eved. Nathan. He gave. It has many other meanings too, but that's the basic one to remember. He gave. Am. That's people. Eved. Servant. Kara. Kara means he called, he summoned, or he read. Allah. He ascended, he went up, he arose. Nasa. He lifted up, he carried. Ir. That's the word for city. It is always a feminine noun. It's always a feminine noun. Ayin means eye. That's the same thing as the letter ayin. Means eye, means a spring as well, the eye of the earth. The idea is as the eye waters, so a spring is the earth watering, like an eye. And so it has the idea of spring, ayin. Asa, he did or he made.